Hey guys, let's take a look at the new Forge update for Halo Infinite that arrives on July 30th with the new operation. So we are getting some really fun goodies in Forge, and let me explain to you what is going on. So there's a new option that will be available to disable the announcer, and this is so people don't have because they're adding. It's not because they hate the announcer or anything, but it's because you will be able to add over 1,000 of JEFF STEITZER voice lines in Forge. So you'll be using the node graph, and then you'll be able to select a lot. They're divided into categories, and you'll be able to select which Forge nodes, which lines you want to have. So, for instance, there's the standard ones like double kill, triple kill, overkill, all of that. But you also have some lines that are not in the game. Lines that are fun, like extra crispy, or a lot of fun lines. Hopefully the "you suck" will be there. Maybe I should make a video on that. But yes, so they're also adding certain things that were cut from the game, and some lines like race, griff ball, regicide, and some lines from other game modes like that that are not in the game, that were kind of cut or maybe planned at some point, but they have the lines. They just don't have the game types or anything, so you'll be able to use them now. So you'll be able to select like who hears the voice lines for all players, a certain player, or a team. And well, this is pretty cool. We also have more than just that. So not only the JEFF STEITZER lines, but we are getting a new music system in Forge. Basically taking on from the campaign style systems, they recreated that in Forge, and they added certain tracks. So it won't be individual notes like in Halo 5, unfortunately, but you'll be able to select certain tracks. So there will be Banish, Endless, Forerunner, Monitor, Covenant, Humacy, Heroic, Special, 8-bit tracks. And you'll be able, the music will be controllable, and you'll be able to like change it, and for who you want to play the music. The monk chant, and the warthog run will be there. So again, it's a node stuff, so you'll do that in Forge on the node graph, and you'll be able to change the music and stuff. Now, there's some music that won't be in, like the intro music, it'll still remain on the game mode, so you cannot disable that. Not a big deal though. It's just there for a little bit, but you'll be able to change depending on the actions and so on, like when the music plays. So you'll be able to make your Forge maps that are like firefight experiences more immersive, because a lot of the times, it's like, oh yeah, this could use some music and so on. So that will be way better and more immersive. And now, additionally, we're also getting new nav markers. So you can set a nav marker in Forge, and it'll say like, oh, you basically like point at an object, as long as it's dynamic, and then you'll be able to put them. You can put markers already. However, they're very generic markers. Now what they've done is they've added a bunch of new different marker types, and also like progress bars and more text and distance and all of that. So you'll be able to have like a marker that looks like a bomb, or a friendly, or an enemy, or say the U1. So you can do you'll be able to, useful in mini games and all of that, to tell players a lot more stuff. So for instance, in my map, that's what you call it, the Castle Wars map, the Minecraft map that I made, the cubed, I might actually change that. So I have it set up to where it uses a power-up. And I wanted to do like if the player gets on the zone, then it does like a timer. But I couldn't do that before because like you cannot communicate that to the player well. But now I can have a text that says something more specific. I can have the marker that only turns on if you're close. And I can have like a progress bar on it. So again, it uses the node graph. So there's stuff like nav marker global, nav marker player base filter, distance filter, team filters, player visibility, being able to set that, changing the parameters for the distance, the players, all the filters and all of that. You can clear all the marker distance filters. You can change the base filters, set the nav marker icon, and there's a few like active camo, alpha attack bomb, boss, bravo, Charlie, dead, defend, delta, destroyed, echo, equipment, flag, foxtrot, generic arrow, grenade, hacking terminal, kill, king of the hill, oddball, overshield, power seed, quantum translocator, vehicle, weapon. Also, you can set the nav marker type, which are like multiplayer objective, enemy, ally, acquiring, locked, item, generic, waypoint, ally, pulse, neutral, co-op, arrow, enemy callout, item, location. You can set the nav marker progress, like I said, and for the team, which team has it. And you can also create a UI message, a nav marker message. And speaking of nav marker messages, there's new text strings and message templates. So before you had like a certain amount of text that you could put up in Forge, and like when the messages appear on top of the screen, and then there's like certain templates, 2 strings usually, and then a list of words that you can use. The issue with that is it was very limiting. But now they've added over 600 new words and phrases, and also new templates for the strings. So there's a bunch of them, like string 1, string 2, string 3, string 1, string 2, and then the 2 dots, string 3, and stuff like that, or string 1 at, string 2, string 3. Strings is the strings you'll put. So there's new ones and new combinations of them, and you can put up to 3 strings. Before, you could only do 2. So this is going to help a lot tell players what to do and how to play a game. One of the issues with Forge before was, how do you tell the player to do stuff? Before, you could you could still do a lot with game types. The problem was telling the player, this is how you play the game, this is what you should do. But now this will help with that. And speaking of strings, they've also added 500 new named location volumes. So, on the thing that says like where you are on the map, there's 500 new ones of them. And this is going to be very helpful because, yes, we have several of them, but we could honestly have used more, and now they're adding them. So, that's good. I'll probably see what's in there and what I can change on some of my maps. So VIP is coming soon, right? And there's a few nodes about VIP, like get is VIP, if the player is the VIP, set the VIP, clear the team VIP, on new VIP, on VIP killed. So you can use these to make your own VIP modes, game types, and integrate it with the scripting. So armor effects can now, from infection and VIP, will be able to be applied in the Forge node. So you can use those, let's say infection or the new VIP one, armor effects, if you want to do something in your own Forge without having it to be infection. You can set them to like designate a certain player, for example. There's also activate Spartan tracking, like in Firefight when it automatically does the Spartan tracker and sort of scans the area around it. That's also been added to the node graph. You can get the apply and get player overshield, which is inspired by the Firefight when a player is revived, for example. They're granted the overshield, that's been added. And there's also new minigame variants. So they are minigame asymmetrical, minigame BTB asymmetrical, minigame competitive, and minigame competitive asymmetrical. What the BTB type does is it will allow pelican drops and that sort into the map. If it's a BTB map, developer map, not Forge map. So yes, this is the new exciting stuff coming into Forge. A lot of stuff is not like palettes or stuff like that. Rather, it's sort of UI stuff. It's readability, it's markers, it's basically the user experience. and we have more finer control over the user experience, which helps make modes easier. How many times on the new Survive the Undead were you confused if you played that? Hopefully you played it was good. Were you confused with it? Well, now with the new way the UI works, new options, it should be easier to tell the people, oh, this is the attack thing, oh, this is that, So you'll be able to make your custom game modes way easier now. Well, more readable to the players. And some music, some new voice lines. That's going to be fun, using the new voice lines, maybe even from a cinema or stuff. So that's it for the Forge update. I'll see you guys later.